In this module, you will learn how VMware vRealize automation delivers the right service level with personalized, policy-based governance. We start by walking through the process to request a service. Then you see how administrators configure policies to control that experience. Here is what you should be able to do after completing this module. Connie, a consumer of IT services with business user permissions, logs into the vRealize automation portal. On the Home tab, Connie can review the status of her recent requests and activities. Click the information icons to learn more. Connie goes to the Catalog tab to browse for the service offering she needs. Connie selects a catalog item by clicking Request. Click the information icons to learn more. When Connie requests a catalog item, a request form appears. The blueprint upon which the item is based determines the fields that show in the form. Connie completes the general information. This blueprint includes a lease duration to control how long before the machine expires and is shut off. Setting leases helps to control resource use and costs. Connie chooses to lease the machine for 10 days. After the machine is provisioned, if she needs it for longer, she can renew the lease. Connie is requesting a virtual machine, so she clicks the machine name to specify the requirements of the machine. Click the information icon to learn more. The blueprint upon which this item is based is set up so that users can request the compute and storage requirements within specified limits. Connie completes the rest of the request. If she is not ready to submit her request, she can save it and return to it at a later time. However, she wants to request the item now, so she clicks Submit. Connie can check the Requests tab to track the progress of her request as it moves through the provisioning process. In this case, the request requires approval before it can be deployed, so provisioning will not proceed until one of the people designated in the approval policy approves the request. Click the information icon to learn more. When Connie's item is provisioned, it is added to her list of items on the Items tab. Connie can perform any actions on her item that are available from the Actions menu. Availability is based on the type of item and her entitlements. For example, Power On can be available for machines but not for HR services, such as provisioning a new hire. Click the information icon to learn more. Entitlements control the availability of services and items in the catalog, and the actions that users can perform when their items are provisioned. In this example, these entitlements are configured to allow members of business group DevBG1 access to these three services. Since Connie is in the business group DevBG1 and she has been added to these entitlements, she can request any items that are associated with these services. When an administrator or business group manager adds a service item or action to an entitlement, the users identified in the entitlement are allowed to request and use the provisionable items. Administrators can associate approval policies with the services, items, and actions included in the entitlement. Approval policies govern whether a service catalog user needs approval from someone in the organization to provision an item or perform an action. Each policy is a defined set of conditions that can be applied to services, items, and actions when you entitle users to those items. Flexible configuration options allow you to configure approval policies that match your governance requirements. Administrators can easily edit and delete policies to realign them with new requirements. After the system administrator configures email servers, tenant administrators can configure vRealize automation to send automatic notifications for several types of scenarios, such as the successful completion of a catalog request, a request approval, or a lease expiration warning. Email notifications vary by purpose. For example, a notification about a request that requires approval might have one link for approving the request and one for rejecting it. When a user clicks one of the links, a new email message opens with content that is automatically generated. For auditing purposes, vRealize automation tracks all activities performed on a managed machine. Administrators can monitor machines that are currently provisioned and are under vRealize automation management. Tenant administrators can use metrics such as low CPU, memory, or hard disk use to search for idle and unused resources. After the machines are identified, the administrator can initiate an automated process to reclaim them. The reclamation process provides the user with multiple warnings before a system is reclaimed. For extended monitoring, tenant administrators can configure a VMware vRealize Operations Manager endpoint to provide metrics and health badges for their VMware vSphere virtual machines.